even if you didn't like me and you saw me train, you could never say that I don't train hard. No one can ever say that when I'm in camp or even when I'm on an easy day that I'm being lazy. I don't go to the gym to just socialize. I train because I'm not doing this just so I can have a video to post or to have a picture to post on Facebook. Fighting is a difficult sport. You sacrifice your time, your energy, your body, everything. So I train and give absolutely everything I have.
All right. LDBC, this is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Jasmine, what's going on, Jasmine? Flush Crawford.
Hello.
How you doing?
How are y'all? I'm good. Just a little busy.
I know. You stay busy. Like, I was talking to you earlier today, and, I was like, hey, can we interview on Monday? You said, I'm going to be at the gym on Monday. God.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. So,
I'm going to be back at the gym. I gave myself a weekend to kind of not care about my diet a little bit, and then Monday I'm back being healthy and whatnot.
But Jasmine, you was slim, you trim. Look, you made that weight comfortably. I mean, I saw you on the scales.
Yes, I did.
Girl.
I did. I weighed in at 132.4.
God, dog.
Yeah, and I wasn't emaciated. I didn't feel bad. Of course I felt tired just because of the end of camp, and I hadn't slept very much just because we traveled from Houston to Boulder City, and all that goes with traveling. But I felt good. Like I worked my butt off, literally and physically, for that fight.
You worked your butt off, and because I know whenever I was like looking on your timeline, you was in the gym, you was putting it in. I gotta ask you, how's the hand feeling?
It feels fantastic. I was very paranoid. Well, I won't say very paranoid. I was paranoid that an accident would have happened, but like I said, we made those adjustments in how my hands are wrapped, and so we just so I have little hands for my size. For 135, I have they're long, but they're little. So we just adjusted and how it's taped, and we do more of a boxing tape to it to make sure that it's more protected. And then we made that adjustment, and it came out perfect. It wasn't any pain or anything. Well, I had a little pain with my knuckle just from hitting, but that's normal. But beyond that, that's it. And I'm not in any pain. I don't have any bruises or anything.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's phenomenal. I was sitting here, I was excited, and me and a few of my friends, we bought the pay-per-view, and we were sitting here watching the fight, and had two of my friends, they're haters. They was like, come on, you big up in this girl Jasmine, she not gonna win. I said, Flush Crawford finna beat this girl down. And it's no disrespect to Candace. Candace was a tough opponent, and she came with her chin.
She was.
I got a lot of love for Candace. I got a lot of love for her. I mean, that girl, she was taking a beating, and Jasmine, she would not quit. But I said, my girl Flush Crawford got this. I mean, what were you guys expecting Candace to take you to try to pin you against the cage? We
figured that it was going to be a similar fight to that. I just didn't know how much she was going to hold me, because I was basically being held almost the whole fight, and I had to kind of maneuver through that and figure out ways to get my shots in and figure out my ways to be offensive from her holding. Her plan worked in her favor, where she tried not to give me space, because that's when I shine the most, is when I have space. So we figured that was what was going to be their plan. So we kind of made the adjustments to that. That's why I knew how to turn. I knew the takedowns from off the fence and how to defend it. So we prepared very well.
Yeah, I actually saw you getting underhooks, and then I saw you reversing and putting her on the cage, and then, I saw you doing a lot of knees. I mean, what were those knees doing to her? 'Cause it looked like she was wincing.
I can't attest to how she felt. I just know what it makes me feel. When you have somebody in a clinch battle like that, it's exhausting. So if you're applying knees or foot stomps or knees to the inner thighs, like I was doing and attempting to do more. One, foot stomps mess with you. 1, 2, knees to the body, and I believe I need her in the sternum or the stomach, somewhere here. It takes your wind away. It's like a body shot. So it may not do something right then and there, but it'll add up.
See, I figured your body work was doing the trick because they kept saying she was winded. But I thought her stamina, because I watched some of her previous fights, her cardio was good. I thought it was just those knees and the body work that you did that was actually.
It could have been. I can't attest to how she was feeling or what could have happened. I mean, what could have made her get so gassed, but, I mean, it worked.
It worked. I mean, you, Jeremy Mahon, Deuce, y'all had the perfect game plan, and it worked.
And Alex Chang.
And Alex, I'm sorry, Alex, please don't see this and get mad. I forgot. I'm sorry, man.
All three.
Alex, I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan, so you ever see me in person, man, don't throw a kick to me, man, because I ain't going to be able to dodge it. All right? No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, those guys had a good game plan. And I at the end of the fight, I was really more impressed with, what you said, but I was more impressed that, like Deuce is somebody from CDM, and you started out with Deuce, and then you brought my man in the octagon. God almighty. I was loving it. I was loving it.
Mm-hmm.
So now, did Deuce get a chance to tell you anything in the corner in between rounds? I'm just curious.
They were, all three of them. So you can only have, I think, 1 or 2 people inside the cage. If I'm not mistaken, you couldn't have 3. But, yeah, he was yelling things from the outside. They could talk to you. They just can't go inside the cage.
Okay. Now, what was Jeremy Mahon telling you in between rounds?
That keep doing what I'm doing and try to get the space so I can get off my so I can start boxing. I did start to get a good rhythm with my boxing and start reversing, using better footwork by the second and the third round, and not much of anything other than what I executed. What was being told was what I was being executed. The thing that I want to work more on is when someone is holding me like that, there has to be some more offensive things that I can do in order to break free, and I want to work on that because that, although I defended it well, I want to be able to have more options. So.
It was almost like she was it was like a test of strength. And I think that she thought that she can, bully you against the cage. But, when you rotated her the first time, I saw the look on her face, and she had this look like, damn, what can I do with this girl? Because while she was trying to take a rest, you were still throwing knees. You were still moving. And she was trying to, get you pinned down in that cage, I don't know. I thought you did good offensively, especially being pinned against somebody who looked physically bigger than you.
Yeah. I mean, I did. It's just me personally. I just want to have a little bit more, and I wanted to just to have a little bit more options. That's just personally. I know. I think that fight was dominant and it was flawless. There weren't pretty anything other than a couple of things. There was 1 or 2 things I could have sat down on my shots a little bit more. But I'm very happy and proud of my debut performance.
Jasmine, that right hand was splitting the guard at will. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I was happy with my right hand.
That thing was like a laser. It was almost like you was a sniper. You was sitting, and then she would try to move or move her head, and then you just boom right down the pipe. I'm like, man, but you can actually see the difference though from fight to fight, and it's like you a sponge, man. What is Jeremy Mahon doing? What is Alex doing, man? Are they just taking their brains and putting it inside your head? Because you learn.
Yeah, I guess so. Because the positions that we were in were all, like I said before the fight, and in every interview that I've had up to this fight, there was not just one thing that we focused on. We focused on making me better. And there are certain positions that are advantageous in a MMA setting that we did do a little bit more work with because not a lot of people work on them, like the half guard position. I was there, in the second and the third round, and that's where I got my best work at, in my opinion, while we were on the ground. A lot of the times when you get in those positions, people kind of sit or they hold you, but no, I got elbows to the body. I got elbows to the face, if I'm not mistaken, shots just to the face, just with my right and my left hand. These are positions that we just work. We don't work for an opponent. We work to get better.
Okay, that's a real good philosophy, because that's what you're doing. You getting better. You're getting better every fight, and it's amazing that you can't. I was thinking, maybe the first round you have like a little ring rust, because you just need to get back into it, but you didn't need to get into anything. You just came out like you hadn't even missed a fight. Like it's crazy, but you got like this.
I felt different. I felt different.
You just got an extreme amount of athleticism, and I'm like, wow, man. Your athleticism, along with your skills, it just made this a dominating performance. And it's no disrespect to Candace, because she came to fight you.
No.
None.
She came to fight. She did. That girl has a chin from hell, that's for sure. Because when I landed, it was flush. Every time I landed, it was flush. And I can't say she's like the nicest person. Her and I hung out for a couple minutes after the fight. We were supposed to go get a drink after everything was said and done. Her and I took a picture together. We talked it out for maybe 10, 15 minutes in the parking lot where our hotels were. But I have nothing but respect for her, and she's the sweetest person. And prior to the fight, like, she was talking to me at the weigh-in, like a little pleasantry here or there. I'm like, why is she talking to me? Like, why? I didn't understand. Like, that's just the type of person she is. She's just a nice woman.
Yeah, you can't. You one of them people like, girl, you can go in here and F me up. Sorry, you can go in here and mess me up. Shoot, man, nah, we keep it business.
Yeah, she is. She just, I didn't know, because sometimes you have those people that put on a fake front, and I thought that's what it was at first. So I was very apprehensive about it, but she's just so nice and sweet.
Yeah, you get a feel. Even when she was doing her interviews, I'm like, man, this woman is nice, but she don't play. She nice, but she don't play. And I'm like, I like Candace. I got a lot of respect, even watching some of her fights, to seeing how she match up with you, because I was like, man, okay, this is gonna be a real good tough fight. She's a professional, and she's got some skills, but you were able to get those. But I got to ask you this: when you saw Candace, and everybody saw her when she was against the fence trying to get air, were you like, okay, I'm a finisher?
Yes, I was thinking I can finish her this round, because I wasn't tired in between the rounds. I was bouncing like a kangaroo in between the rounds from one area to the other, and I was fine. But at one point I thought they were going to stop it, and perhaps they should have, but they didn't, and she didn't stop.
No, she didn't stop. She came out, and you hit again. You hit it with some nice combinations, and I'm like, man, okay, ref, stop the fight, man, because she's taking a beat. Go ahead and stop it. But I was shocked. This referee, he allowed her to finish. He allowed her to try to get it together.
I mean, there's an argument, because she did what she was supposed to do. Every time she got in trouble, she would grab me, and I mean, that's what you're supposed to do if you're in trouble. So she did it.
Do you think this is also a positive as well? Because maybe you even got some more rounds in, rounds that you wouldn't have had.
Yeah, absolutely. And it made me have a lot more confidence in my conditioning, because my conditioning routine is insane. When I tell people what it is, they're like, "That's incredible. How do you do that?" So and now that I see it, now when I saw it, I was recovering in a good 20, 30 seconds. So by the time I got off that stool, that's why I had enough energy to just be bouncing around like a kangaroo and then go and do my business. And then when you're in that clinch, it is exhausting, so I knew to have composure. And that was one of the things that I was the most proud of, was my composure.
And I got to tell you this: at the end of the fight, when it was concluded, and they was talking to you, you said something that I've never heard a fighter say after post fight. You talked about, like, how I guess the women are perceived, how they want women to be inside of that octagon versus what they should be. Hey, could you expound on that a little bit more?
I don't remember everything I said,
Oh, I take.
because it was just in the moment. But they were saying that the women have the best fights, and I said, because we have three like 3 fights before we even get in there. We have to fight to get respect at our gym, and we have to fight to get respect outside of the gym. And then once we do get that, when we get put on the card, they expect us to do certain things or be a certain way, and we have to gain a different level of respect. So we have a good 3 fights before we even have the actual fight. So that in itself demands respect. Like when I went to the weigh-in, no one thought that I was a fighter. I went and my mom told me to dress like a professional. She said you dress business casual, make sure that you look pretty and presentable, and you need to make sure that you are a professional, but you need to fight the way that you know how to fight. So that's what I did. And I made myself look pretty. I had on some jeans and some boots and a nice jacket. And they actually thought that some people thought I was Chico, my teammates. They thought I was his girlfriend taking a picture. And I started undressing so I could weigh in for the weigh-in that happened at 1 o'clock before the live weigh-in. I'm like, no, I'm supposed to be here. I'm weighing in. And the commissioner's wife, she pulled me aside after the fight and said the same thing, that she was like, this has to be a mistake. When I saw you come into the live weigh-in, I didn't think you were a fighter at all. So the fact that there is a stigma or that there is an aesthetic perception of women and what we should or should not look like is bullshit. And I proved that this weekend.
Yeah, you kind of shocked me because I was like, okay, Jasmine is dressed nice, and then you just went up, you took the boots off. I'm like, okay, I wonder if she's just going to wear it in the boots and when she got on, because she just made weight. Because I was sitting here saying, okay, she going to step on the scale. And then you just zip, 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 took them boots off, jumped up on that scale. And then everybody's like, then you start, grinning and doing that right there. I was like, man, Jasmine, that's good. That was good. I was impressed by that. I was impressed by you all over the card. I just was. And I'm sure they were too.
I hope so. But it wasn't a front. It just, I was who I was, and everything that came out that night and the night before, that was me. That was all that worked. That was 2 years of struggling with personal and professional things with fighting and with outside of the cage. People close to me know what those personal things are, including my hand, including my appendix, including a lot of fights that should have happened but didn't because of an opponent here or a promotion there. It's 2 years of struggling, and I remember looking at my coach Jeremy in the room before we were walking out. I said, it's been a long 2 years, but we're here now. And he said, yeah, we're here now. Let's go. And I said, too. I said, let's go.
Isn't that something? You got coaches that, a lot of coaches, they probably would have just told you to do some stuff on the side till you get better. But Jeremy Mahon, Alex Chain, and Deuce, they just believed in you. Like, they even when you was injured, your appendix got taken out, your hand was hurting, they believed in you. Like, man, I respect them guys.
I never stopped training, though. Even when my hand was, I had surgery and I got released after the surgery, and a week and a half later, I was back doing workouts. It was light workouts, but it was something. There's always something that you can do. Sometimes you need to do nothing. I am a proponent of that, where doing nothing is good for recovery, but even when you're injured, there's always something to do, unless you've got like 2 broken legs or something like that. But even then, you can still watch film, and that's what I did when my appendix was out. I was watching film, like, all right, I'm shitty at this. Let me see what I can do to just get better, to just study. Like there's always something that you can do.
Yeah, or sit your ass in the chair and move your head. You can do that too. I mean, I'm just playing. Now, Jasmine, I was impressed by the whole pay-per-view. I was impressed. The AKA they put on. I thought to me, they highlighted you guys well. The interviews that they gave y'all were really good, and it gave us a little insight about all of you fighters. I don't know. Could you talk about like how they treated you guys, how you felt with the overall performance of the card?
AKA is I would say that promotion is a fighter's promotion. They were very adamant about making sure that we were comfortable. And I love that we did an early weigh-in, that way we could rehydrate properly. They weren't making us wait till later because it was conducive for them. They were always making sure that we, the fighters, were well kept up with. And Amber Bishop was just has to be the nicest lady. Has to be the nicest promoter that I've met so far. And they're just nice. I can't say enough nice things about them. And they're a fighters promotion for sure.
And they definitely, and I like when they recognize Jeremy Mahon for his accomplishments.
Yeah, we didn't expect that. He didn't expect that at all, and none of us did. He walked out of the trailer, and he was like, "Hey, I just got an award. I didn't even know what I was here for."
he seemed like a real genuine guy. I was glad he got there because he's given a lot. You know, if you look at his background, you Google him and really man, this guy done been in the trenches, and you got one of the best trainers. But I was telling my friends that, that was saying that, well, she ain't going to win. I said, listen, she got a better trainer.
Why was he saying that?
Because, you got haters. You just got haters. Jasmine, look, if you ain't got people hating on you, that means you ain't advancing in life. So you got to have haters. Now, they just want to pick the person they think going to win and the person they think going to lose. Well, basically, if anybody I pick, they say they're going to win, the other person winning, just to get on my last mark. Yeah, no. Well, it ain't my fault, It's just your fault for being so damn good. But yeah, and I said, listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, Jasmine got an all-star team, and she got one of the best trainers in the business. I said, it's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. So, Jasmine, you made me a little bit of money. I appreciate that. Had to bet them clowns.
Hey, I mean, you gotta, I want a piece of that. I made you some money.
I got you. I'm going to hook it up for you. I'm going to do even better. And don't forget, y'all remember, y'all heard me say it live last time in April, all the super chat money that's coming in, we're giving it right over to Jasmine. We're going to pay for some of those expenses, y'all. That's what we're doing. Thank
you.
I told you. I ain't going to forget. We meant it. Jasmine, there's one fan of yours, one fan. And him and I, we were talking by phone as this fight was going on. Keith Brown Boxing and MMA. We watched the fight live, and if you don't shout him out, that man going to explode.
How you doing, Keith? How are you?
Okay, because he said, Coach, when you talk to Jasmine, please have her shout me out. And also, too, Keith makes logos. And he makes logos. And I asked him, I think he would actually make you one. And just, and you see if you like it or not. But he makes logos. He made one for, another woman named Brittany Neiman. Hers looked good. It looked real good. I'm like, Keith, it looks good.
Okay, yeah. I think he showed me a message. I've been on the go a little bit. Like I said, I came from lunch with my friends. But for sure, I'm down to look and see what he can put together.
So you had lunch with your friends, and you didn't think to bring me none of the lunch. You're going to eat that.
Yeah, I'll FedEx you some.
So yeah, you only FedEx, it's going to be spoiled and stink by then, Well, Jasmine, yeah, you want to go ahead and shout out people real quick?
Yeah, there are a couple people that I did forget to mention. Not that I forgot them at all. My teammate, Jose, he knows who he is.
Uh-oh. Was she still there? Your phone went in. You back?
Sorry. I got an incoming call, yeah. Sorry about that.
You better tell me.
My teammate Jose, he's been there. My last two camps when I was initially supposed to fight Candace, he's been just amazing for me. Just very supportive and a really good teammate and friend. And also Jorge, George, him as well, Andrew Powers, all my coaches, Deuce, Alex, Jeremy, everybody, all of my team, just all of my team. And one of the things that made me happy was I rode down to Bossier City with Chico. You know Chico, right? Artina's Young? He was the main event.
Yeah.
He's a veteran in the sport. He's had tons and tons of fights, and he was just there for me with my rehydration and everything. Cause the way that I had never been so low. I had never been so in shape for a fight like I was this one. even prior to this one, before going to fight camp, I was in shape. I was in great shape, don't get me wrong, but this was just like a flawless weight cut for me. And he was just, Jasmine, do this time, Jasmine, do that. His experience and being around that and driving with someone with so much experience, it gave me so much confidence. And Chico, I hope he hears this. He's somebody that I look up at the gym, and I don't think he realizes how good he is. And he's an inspiration to me, because some of the things that he does in the gym, I try to mimic myself. And I'm lucky to have the team that I have. And also my friend Frank, I was so emotional after the fight. I was just crying my eyes out. Not just because of all the things I spoke about earlier, just because Frank knows all of the personal things that have happened. And he's been just a fantastic friend to me. And he was a little emotional too. It was more than just a win. It was just an accumulation of just life happening at the same time, and me not giving up. Because if I told you all those things, you would understand if I gave up or even took a year or two off. But I didn't. Even through all of that, I was still going to the gym, and I still had faith, and I was still becoming myself. And I felt like in that fight, I became myself. And getting a unanimous decision in her town meant more than a finish to me, because that means it's undisputed. Like there's nothing that you could say to put it otherwise. So that unanimous decision, even though I did want to finish, and I thought I could have finished her, and there were certain times that I thought it should have been stopped, that decision in her town means more to me.
Yeah. If they'd have robbed you, I'd have made a video, because, I called them for the fight I had anyway, asked them for the links. I mean, I've been calling them every day. I'd have been dropping videos. Stay away from these people. Man, I'd have been on their neck, but hey, I don't have to do that. Because you won, unanimously. You won.
Yeah, I put on a very dominant performance, and the scary thing is that's not even my best. That's like a 7 or an 8.
God, that's only a 7. Yeah, when she get to a 10, man, I think she putting mothers to sleep in the octagon, y'all. God, dog. One day, Jasmine,
I'm capable of it.
Girl, you more than capable. I think everybody saw the talent. It's there, and I think sky's the limit for you, And I think whoever you fight next, they in trouble.
And another thing too was that my teammate Danny Pena, and one of my team captains, Daniel Pineda and Joseph, they drove down just to be there for us, and I impressed Daniel, and that meant a lot to me. He was he was impressed with my ground, and Joseph kept talking about the sprawl in the first round and how good and accurate it was. So I was happy that they were impressed too.
Wow, yeah.
Daniel don't get impressed.
And you impress the people that don't get impressed.
Yeah.
That you got something good over your life. Your life is, you got greatness coming. So I know you're working toward it, and I know you're doing everything you're doing, and it's a pleasure. And I really want to thank you, because this is the best part of my whole day. Even though I got to go back to it, just talking to you, because it's an inspiration. And one of these days, off the air, I actually want to sit and listen to some of that stuff that that's built you into who you are, because I don't know, I'm really thankful, in a whole lot of ways than one. I'm thankful that I've got to speak to you this many times.
I'm thankful that you even want to see. Like, to me, I'm just Jasmine, and I don't realize how far I've come until I'm there. For example, I was on weight Tuesday before weigh-in. So 2 days before weigh-in, I was at 135. And I had the best weight cut. I actually had to eat a little bit more to make sure that I was not diminishing my body. And when I got on that scale and I saw 132, that's why I was so emotional, because not only the other person, but I was 220 pounds. and I just did a dominant performance, and I weighed in at 132. So just having that's why I was just so emotional.
So the book is going to come out sometime in the future, right? No, I'm serious.
I doubt it.
No, I'm 1,000,000% serious.
I doubt it.
Okay, well, when the book come out, you can't give away no copies. I got to buy this when that book come out. So I'm just speaking into existence. You know, when it come out, that's gonna be a must read for me, definitely. Cause you got a story to tell. But man, the story last night, Jasmine Crawford unanimous decision victory over Candace Maricle. That's what I'm talking about. Well, Jasmine, thank you for this interview. I appreciate it, guys. On behalf
You're welcome.
she said it so sweet. You welcome. On behalf of Jasmine Crawford, her team, Jeremy Mahan, Alex Chain, my man Deuce, thank you guys for making this woman a true champion and for what she got in the store. Gosh, it's Coach Sheldon Harrison signing off with Jasmine Flush Crawford. I love that name.
Bye.
Adios, amigo.